Yo, what's good?
Yo,
How's
Brody,
it?
what's poppin'?
Nothing much. It's good to have you on here.
Man, I appreciate you having me, man. Let me grab my tripod real quick so I can set you up.
No problem.
I ain't want to take too long, leave you waiting.
No problem. Take your time.
Ooh, my camera. Shit. But how your day been? How your Halloween been, man?
It's been good. Yours?
Uh, I say a little uneventful. Trying to get some assignments done. Ain't really too much partying today, but shit gotta get
Okay.
done.
Okay. Well, you gotta let the beast out.
Huh?
I said, well, you gotta let the beast out.
Nah, it's not even that. I just got assignments to do. I
Okay.
gotta catch up. Getting
Uh,
rough. Shit.
no, I brought that up because the last song that I listened to, it was just talking about, letting your beast out once in a while.
Oh yeah. Yeah, today wasn't one of them days.
Okay.
I had to chill out today.
Okay. No, that's understandable. Shit. Lately we've been cooking as well with some expansion.
Mm.
So I know how it feels to add on the assignment, and stick to that.
Damn, where my tripod go, bro? Well, my little one at least. Jump high in the car. Mm. All right.
Damn.
Hey. All right.
I came extra prepared.
Yeah, I gotta get this John out.
Hey, do your thing.
Trying mad hard not to break this damn table. Strong glass. But I think I should be cool within like the next probably 60 seconds.
No, no problem. Shit. How's everything else going for you?
To be honest, it's going pretty cool. I just gotta just apply for Amazon today, trying to get some money for during the seasonal period, so I can get
Mm.
into this new spot. Right now I'm just renting a room out because when I first basically I got fucked out of housing by two roommates I was supposed to have because over the 3 month period that we had to raise money because me so it was supposed to be four of us in total, right? And
Now, real quick, I am recording. Do you want this on here?
yeah, that's cool, bro.
No.
Yeah, like one of us, well, two of us had like the money for like the spot, and the other two didn't. Needless to
No.
say, so I was like homeless for like the first two um weeks of like class.
No.
So that shit had me chucked. So I had to like just get a room somewhere. All right, here we go.
Damn. And was you how homeless we talking? Like in your car, or was you on the street?
In my car, like couch hopping and shit. So yeah, for the first 2 weeks, I was either in one of my friends' houses or in my car.
No.
Yeah, thankfully, I didn't have to stay outside too long. But that was that situation. So, hopefully, I can get into my apartment next month
No.
ish. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm glad that you was able to find a better space,
yeah, most
especially
definitely.
going through that situation. Um, but if you're ready, I'm gonna start off with the intro. Then I'm gonna have you introduce yourself.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right. Hello, misfits and nomads. Step into the spotlight, let your essence shimmer, and your creativity glims. This podcast is a canvas for your brilliance, a stage for your unique talent to dance and dazzle. Embrace the rhythm of your artistry, the melody of your voice, and the power of your story. As we dive into the depth of your passion, let the world feel the pulse of your creativity, the fire of your spirit, and the measure of your craft. This is your time to shine, your moment to inspire. So unleash your talent, showcase your gift, and let your light illuminate the way. Welcome to a podcast where dreams take flight. talent found the wings, and greatness know no bounds. Get ready to captivate, inspire, and leave a legacy that resonates through the ages. So,
Hmm. I ain't gonna lie, brother. That was powerful.
hey, much love.
I wouldn't even cap though. So,
Much love.
do you just want me to introduce myself right now, or?
Oh, yeah, yeah. The floor is yours.
All right. So, how y'all doing, y'all? My name is Lil Geo. My real name is Jeffrey. I'm artist, alternative artist out of Philadelphia, currently stationed in Baltimore. I'm a student at Morgan State University. I'm a senior right now, and I've been making music for about 6 years.
Shout out to you. And tell us more about, your sophomore year. What you study?
So right now I'm studying multi-platform productions. So essentially that is like content creation among a bunch of different mediums, whether that's for like newspaper or like social media campaigns, video, audio, all that stuff. So just getting them to know how to communicate through different mediums, essentially.
Okay, and what inspired you to pursue this degree specifically?
So when I first got to college, like when I was like getting out of high school and shit, it was during COVID, and my grandparents were really like pressuring me to go in for architecture because I've always been an artist. I've always been a visual artist, and drawing was like my strong suit back then. So they said, instead of risking not being able to live a good life being an artist, you could go into architecture because then you can still draw or whatever, and it's good enough, right? So me not really giving a fuck about school anyway, I'm like, all right, sure, I guess I could do architecture. And after 3 years of doing that shit, I realized this is not what I want to do, and I'm wasting my life. And this is also like right after I had broken up with my ex. So I was really just like, bro, I could really just like make decisions for myself. And all the decisions that I've made for myself have been like beneficial. So I started looking at like other majors, and I'm thinking like, all right, I'm gonna make this music shit work, but what is really pushing artists forward right now? And it's content. So I tried to look for anything that had anything to do with content on campus, and I had a friend who I was in a club called MSU Poets with, and she was like, try communications. So I went over there, spoke to them, and then I found out multi-platform production was literally just making content. So that's what drew me over there, and my grades have been stellar ever since.
And how far are you originally wanting to go with art?
Hmm. I think as a career, I had no idea. I think art is like an integral part of my existence because I've always been an artist, like without even any ambition on like making any money from it. So I feel like in a way I was always going to like have it with me for life. But as a career, I really can't say it. I just happen to be
Okay.
good at it.
And are you still interested in that? Is that
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like right now, I think with all of the skill sets that I have, I can definitely make a living just doing what I love and starting to like as I'm starting to understand how the American system works, I realized that any chance that you waste at being able to make money doing what you love is another chance gone. And if you lose them all, you're gonna end up working for somebody else's dream. So right now, like making a living off my music is definitely something I feel like is something that I'm gonna plan on doing.
okay? No, I'm saying as far as like the drawing part, art.
Oh, drawing. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Mm,
most definitely. So like I also do tattoos for those that don't know. So like I'm
okay,
constantly like designing new tattoos and shit. And then I'm also designing the cover arts for my stuff. I'm doing graphic design for when I make my thumbnails and stuff. So like visual art is also going to be something that's like definitely going to be staying with me. Even when I take tests or like just take notes, I'm always doodling and stuff.
okay. And when it comes to like tattoos, uh, you're a professional, or you like you?
I wouldn't necessarily call myself a professional, but I'm not a novice. I would say I'm at like apprentice level. I've been doing tattoos for
What's
about
that,
three
Prince or Princess?
apprentice.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so I've been doing tattoos for about 3.5 years. I have a good enough of a self-taught foundation to be able to do basic tattoos and like intermediate level tattoos to a good degree, but I'm not able to do like hyper realism portraits or like extremely large, intricate pieces yet, simply because of my lack of experience. So I wouldn't necessarily call myself a professional yet, but um, it's been paying my bills, so I got to be some type of good.
Okay. And and how many years of experience you have?
3.5.
3.5. Okay, okay. And what exactly, inspired you to, to get into tattooing? And I know that's like, especially, doing with other people, that's like a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
Uh, go
So when I first got into tattoos, this is when I was with my ex from my senior year of high school. Um, so she actually, I went with her to get my first tattoo on my wrist, which was this one. It's just my birthday and my zodiac sign. And after I realized that it didn't hurt that bad, I was like, you know what? Like I've always liked tattoos. Like they don't hurt that bad. That's cool. And then I went to get another one. I got Sasuke's curse mark on my trap right here. And at the time, in high school, I don't have that much money. So at the time, $60 was a lot. So I paid $60 for that. And after that, I realized that tattooing can't possibly be this hard. I'm an artist. I can draw. So I asked the guy that was tattooing me, if he could like, put me on to like how to start doing tattoos. And he literally just told me to go to YouTube. Go to YouTube, start drawing and figure it out. And that's what I started doing because me personally, I originally started doing them because I didn't want to pay anyone else to do my tattoos if I could do it myself.
ahead.
Um, but I started doing them on myself, and people started asking me like, "Hey, who did those?" And I said, "Mine, me." And people started asking me to do theirs, and it started making me absurd amounts of money in a very short time. Breaking up the math, I'll make anywhere from like $50 to $200 an hour sometimes. So if you can,
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you, man.
And when exactly did you find confidence to start doing your first tattoo on yourself?
I think I've always had it. Like I literally picked up the needle. I watched a couple videos. I tried. I say maybe after like a cool month of doing tattoos, I just went on to my skin because I was like, oh, I can understand this. Tried it. I did a little lightning bolt on my knee, and I blew out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I blew out 3 out of 6 lines, which isn't terrible. And even as of right now, like it looks pretty okay. Like for it to be my first ever tattoo, it looks really good.
Mm,
So after that, I was kind of like, all right, I know how to put ink in skin, but I was definitely very reluctant on putting ink into other people's skin because like I said, I was watching the videos and they were telling me, you can really mess people's skin up like that. And I've seen people with really, really, really messed up tattoos from
mm,
artists that don't really care about the art form. They just want to get a bag, and that's one thing that kind of carries into all of my mediums. Like, I really dislike being around people that don't respect the art form of whatever I'm doing. So that also carried over into tattooing.
okay. And how do you go by practicing? Do you have like
Um,
that somewhat like
so
groove skin or some shit?
at this point, I'm getting clientele so like consistently that like I don't even have time to just sit down and just like practice. Like I just keep doing it. It's just the consistent usage of it. So I'd say my practice is just being in the field, right? As of this point. But let's say I'm during a slow season, I have a couple of sheets of fake skin upstairs, and then every once in a while I'll tap myself. So just like making sure my hands always on the machine anywhere
No.
I can.
My last question: what is your favorite piece that you've done?
My favorite piece,
Yeah, that you done.
like my favorite tattoo.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to say it was probably the stitches that I did on my hands, my hand and my fingers. Um, Out of all of them, I feel like this was the cap for like my forearm sleeve. Um,
No.
because I was thinking about doing like my full hand, but I was like, no. Um, but it really allowed me to like at the time dial in on like what I wanted my aesthetic to be, and I came up with the idea of just like being the undead because my whole thing with music was just like coming back from whatever personal hell I had, so I had to die and then come back. So having these things kind of just remind me of like our Stein from Soul Eater. So
Mhm.
kind of cap it off.
I figured.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shout out to that. That's a good anime. Who's your favorite tree? Who's your favorite group out of the trio?
Black Star and Tsubaki.
Hey, much
Most
respect.
definitely. I still got to get
Much
the star. Still got to get the star.
much respect. Everybody hates Sakura, but I really hate what is it, Maka?
Ah.
Yeah, I really hate that character. At least when it comes to the anime,
Ooh.
it's better
Yeah.
written in the manga. I give you that.
Yeah, Maka,
Uh,
Maka, Maka was pissing me off a little bit, especially when they
yeah,
started dealing with Krona.
yeah, yeah. Clearly red signs, but we're not gonna dabble too much in it. But
Yeah.
respect. Okay.
Appreciate that.
Oh, okay. So we know a little bit about you being an artist. Is there, well, and a tattoo artist as well.
Mm.
Is there any other skill set you would like to promote or showcase?
Um, Honestly, like I do so much. I'd say like I like working on cars. Like um, since that's part of my brand, and even making clothes. I actually have a hoodie that I'm designing right here. So I did at one point sell hoodies, but they were kind of like shitty. It was from a Printful, and it's like a pre-order thing. You just put the order and then they ship it. They make it from their warehouse and send it. And the hoodies were like super low quality. So what I ended up doing is just buying a hoodie from Amazon, a blank, and this is a pretty good hoodie. And imagine I can't say, but like I just distressed it a bunch, all like the cuts and shit. I added red fabric underneath. I added these little spikes. I distressed the sleeves, and I'm going to be adding like spikes around the sleeves as well. But what I wanted to do, just because like I am an artist that really cares about the people who want to connect with me on an artistic level, that I don't want to get into like mass sales of merch. Especially because as of right now, I'm not a very big artist. So with any merchandise I make, I sell, I want to have like a personal hand at making it. So I'm going to start making my own hoodies and shirts and selling them in like very, very, very limited quantities. I'm talking about at max, maybe like 20.
Okay. I
Yeah.
respect that. And what inspired, this decision?
Just being in the music industry, I just came back from Atlanta a couple weeks ago, and I was in a room full of like genuine artists and like people who genuinely cared about the art form, and I'll rant about this all day. There are so many people in so many different artistic spaces that don't really genuinely care about the art form. Tyler the Creator just spoke about this in I think his most recent interview, where he was just saying like the niggas are making millions off of meme records, and they're ruining it for the niggas who really care, who are like really alien, who really care about this shit. So me as an artist, I want to really like set myself apart from like everyone that's just here to get a bag. You feel me? I'm truly trying to build a community, and what more like what's more of a community building thing to be able to say than I got this personal handmade hoodie or this handmade thing from this artist that I like to listen to. You feel me? They're not just selling them out to everyone. Like they gave this, they made this for me personally,
Mm,
with their hands. So
okay. I fuck what you got going on. It does make you unique, special, and it make your fan base, even more. Uh, I would say you're not necessarily having a fan base. You're building a community at this point.
hmm.
Um, so yeah, I like what you got going on. Uh, and what is your lineup of merch that you offer?
So as of right now, I'm in the production phases and the demo phases right now. I'm experimenting. So as of right this second, it will just be hoodies. But what I'm trying to get is hoodies, shirts, hats, and pants. At some point, I want to open up. Like I've also wanted to start my own clothing brand. I had a couple. So the first one was not G30 for my merch, but then I had another brand called Stay Mistaken that I like never launched. Simply because I don't know why I gave up on it. I was in a Discord with like some other clothing brand owners, and they were kind of just talking shit, and it kind of just made me like, all right, fuck it. I do
Mm,
want to pick it back up because I was looking through my files and I saw the designs, and I'm like, people will wear this. But I do want to start a clothing brand, basically just for people to have outstanding pieces that make them stand out. I love the phrase "stay mistaken" because there's an authenticity in being mistaken or being the black sheep, as like one of my songs is titled "Black Sheep." Um, just like being different and being authentic, and that's kind of what my entire brand is about, just being authentically you.
Okay. And what was you planning on adding to your lineup?
For like you said, when or what am I adding?
What are you adding?
You said when?
What? What
What?
are you adding? Yeah.
So like my clothing lineup.
Yeah, what you got planned to add to your clothing lineup?
So for my first drop, I want to have one hoodie. I want to have one T-shirt for right now, like for my first drop.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll probably make
Yeah.
like 10 of each.
When will there will they all be like the same color, or do you have any plan to add some like color swap?
So simply just like to hold true to my brand, I'm gonna keep everything black and red.
Oh,
But since they're gonna be handmade, all the hoodies aren't gonna be distressed exactly the same, and all the t-shirts aren't gonna be the same either.
okay.
So yeah, they'll all be the same color.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. Kind of
Mm.
having like a exclusive club with that. That's it. Okay. Um, and from your clothing line, what do you feel like what you offer that nobody else, or like what do you think is your brand that stand out the most about your brand?
I would really say like nothing, honestly. If you really think about it, like a lot of the clothing brands are using the same materials, are using the same designs, or putting the same words on it. It's just about whose name is attached to it, honestly. Like if you look at like I want to say Walmart clothes and maybe H&M clothes, the only difference in some of their clothing is just the branding that's on it, honestly. I'm not doing anything special other than just making them and having like a physical part, and making it. So I wouldn't really say there's anything special about it. Just the fact that you got it from me, and if you're a fan of me, then you know having a piece of my art would like bring you a little bit closer to me personally.
Okay. And are you looking for any support like sponsors when it comes into, you know,
I would definitely love to get sponsor deals and brand deals. One thing about me, I am also a marketer. And just being able to like partner with brands and like show off brands that I personally use would be great. And the what got behind that is because I'm not sure if somebody watching this might know because they might have worked for them. It's called Cutco knives for like Vector or whatever. They're like all around the country, and to most people that seems like a scammy sales job. But I personally have the knives, and I can tell you those are phenomenal knives, and I would be able to work that sales job and sell to anyone because I swear by those knives. So I would love to just be able to like be in a sales position. I love sales. I love sales so much. But just to have
mm,
an item that I use on a day to day basis, and I could be like, here, you should use this, and people ask me why, and I can answer intelligently because I actually use the product. I can market it effectively because I actively actually use the product. That's like I love that shit. So yeah, I would love to have brand deals.
okay. And bringing it back to you as an artist, do you produce as well, or
Yes. So I produce, I write, I engineer. I do everything. Everything is in house when it comes to music, when it comes to the videos, when it comes to photography, everything is in house. I think out of all of my songs, there is only one song that I didn't make the beat to, and maybe two or three songs where I took a sample from somewhere else. Everything else is I've done myself.
okay? So when you first started, was you already working on? Did you already know that you wanted to do producing as well, or did you start as an artist first?
So when I first started, my first ever song was called I forgot what it was called, but I wrote it to some like Lil Uzi beat my friend found on YouTube. and I literally never recorded that song. I used to just rap it to myself all the time, but for a little minute when I first started, I was just looking at beats from this guy named like Lester. And afterwards, my friend PNP Mar, he brought it up to me. And he was like, "Bro, we could really just start making our own beats. Like, I don't know why we don't." So we all just got FL Studio and just started learning how to make beats. And after that, I was like, "Yeah, I can do this. I don't need to pay no one else for a beat." So when I first started making my own music, all of the songs that I started making out front were my beats, except for "Don't Go." "Don't Go" is literally the only song I've ever made with someone else's beat, and I was back in like 11th grade.
You said 11?
Yeah, 11th grade, back when I first started.
Okay. Was that a collaboration or you paid for that beat?
No, so actually, my so PNP Mar actually DM'd the producer,
Mm.
and the producer gave him a beat for free.
Oh, shout out. Okay, that's what's up. Uh, and let me see. Do you produce for other artists or do you just mainly produce for yourself?
Lately, I have not been producing for other artists, mainly because, well, for a couple reasons. So, first one's pretty selfish. I don't think that other artists can really do my beats justice the same way I can. And that's like very biased to me, but that's like what I truly, hopefully, like hardly, wholeheartedly believe. I really hate when I hear a song with a phenomenal beat and then I hear some bullshit on it, and I'll be damned if somebody do that to my beat. I'll be damned. And then another thing is I did sell beats to this one guy, and it was just not a pretty process. I didn't even really enjoy him as an artist too much either, but I just like, hey, let's try selling beats for a little bit. And then my guy Shawnee Mack, um, people scold me for doing this all the time, but I sold him 20 beats for $20, a pack of 20 beats for $20, back during high school, and he did not use none of them shits. Um, None of them. Like he was like, "Yo, I fuck with these. I fuck with these." I gave him a bunch of different kinds of beats too, and I ended up taking back like 7 of them. He's
Oh,
like, "Yeah, bro, I ain't never gonna use these, bro. Here you go, give him back." I was like, "Well, you know,
it is what it is.
hey man."
Um, so for the when you got those beats back, do you decide to reuse them? Or-
Yeah, so actually one of the songs on my new album, Black Sheep, that is one of the beats that I made back in high school for him. And I'm so glad that he decided to give me those beats back because that is such a beautiful beat. Like I love that beat so much. And I was really just sitting on it for like a cool 4 years before I even my let myself write to it. I was literally just listening to it. I was at a standstill with it. And then I have a couple other songs written to a couple of those older beats. Um yeah, a lot of them just sitting in the vault right now, though.
No, okay. And how do you go about releasing music? Are you active a couple times a month, or how you go about it?
So honestly, I've been very inconsistent simply because I'm in school right now, and I'm also like trying to work and navigate through like the professional space, and it was up until now it was very like very hectic. Like life was just not doing what the fuck I needed it to do. So as of right now, I have a little bit more stability and a lot more knowledge about what a rollout looks like. So right now, what I'm trying to do for the entirety of next year, starting with this release, I'm going to drop a song, a single, or an EP or a project, whatever. So the month before that drop, I'm going to promote it, and then it's going to drop, and then I'm going to promote for an entire month after that. And then that second month after the drop, I'm going to start promoting a different song. So I'm going to start dropping stuff every 2 months. Every month, every 2 months, depending on how big the project is. Like with this album, since it's 14 songs, I'm going to drop in 2 months so I can like my fans can have a time to digest everything. But if it's a single, I'll drop like the next month. I'll just promote them both, and then I'll drop the following month. If it's an EP, if it's more than 3 songs, I'm going 2 months. Anything less than that, a month.
No, okay. And and you said starting next year you're gonna be more active.
Most definitely.
Okay. And And then this album that you talk about, or was it an EP
It's an album.
album? How much can we hear about this album?
Ooh, a lot. So Resurrection. This is a 14 song album, essentially about my return to music. Like I said, I was very inconsistent. I'm definitely one of those artists that don't drop until like people start asking me to drop. And I think that is only good to do when you're at like Cardi or Uzi or Juice World star status, right? As
Hmm.
of right now, I'm trying to build a name for myself, so I need to just start putting out music, and stop holding it. And it was also just like a confidence thing. Like, am I really good enough to do this? And after I started doing a couple like open verse challenges, and like I think three of them went viral. Like three of my open verse challenges have over like 20,000 views. Um, so I started realizing like, all right, I can actually do this. So I decided about October of last year to start making music and getting ready for my comeback. So Resurrection is essentially a tape about how I've been feeling lately and the emotions that I go through as an artist and as an older brother and as a leader in my communities. So the beginning of the tape kind of starts out like really clownish. The beat, the first song is called "Satan Loves You Too," and essentially what that song is about the me coming to terms with me being an animal and having animalistic urges and not hating myself for it. I used to be a really religious kid. I used to go to church quite often, read my Bible, pray every day. Um, but when I was like 12 or 13, I had like a nervous breakdown and I really thought I was going to hell. And after that, I had like a really bad relationship with religion. I started having like night terrors and stuff like that. And I slowly just started gradually like fading away from religion. Um, and then as I got older, I started to learn a lot more about like how human beings operate and how the brain operates. And I just started to realize like I don't want to follow a belief system that tells me to hate things that were innately part of myself. So that's what that first song is. Um, and then it goes into Crash Out featuring Bruce Banshee. And from then all the way onto the interlude is just like hype shit. Like I've been trying to crash out. I've been like I just been really high energetic. I've been angry. I've been, you know what I'm saying, like really just like frustrated. I've been really feeling myself. Um, and once I get to the interlude, which is called What It Takes, the it's completely switches the tone of the album to one of, you know what I'm saying, like I still hurt. I might be seen as this superstar on campus or this super high energetic dude who like does all these things, but I'm really hurting sometimes, and essentially what it takes is a message to everyone listening to me that, like I know y'all all love my music and y'all love what y'all get from me, but it takes a lot out of me to create that music because a lot of my music comes from trauma. Um, so just like understanding like, that's where my music comes from. And then after that you have Black Sheep, which is essentially about me being ostracized from by my family and others around me for having a different thought process and being alternative. As you can see, a very, very, very common issue with alternative Black people. So I really wanted to make a song that resonated with them. And then I have a song called "Fade Away," which is a song about me feelings. Suicidal because of all of the burdens that come with being an alternative Black man who is also the oldest child and grandchild with all these expectations on you, and you constantly feel like you're letting everyone down because you're not doing what everyone else wants you to do. And then the final song is called "Hate on My Back," which is essentially me also saying it's like I have all this bullshit on my back, all this weight from responsibilities and expectations and stuff, and like this is how I've been coping with it, and that's how the tape ends. So it's kind of just me welcoming myself back to my fans, giving them a show, and then at the end, kind of like like calming everything down and letting them understand that like I'm real. I'm not just a commercial. I'm not just a artist that you're gonna see on Instagram for a couple seconds. Like I'm a real person, and these things really affect me.
I like how you structure your project. Do you
Mhm.
ever do like Do you ever record the process of you working on your project, your album?
I have a couple. Like I had a video of me trying to record one of the songs. One of the songs that didn't make it on the album. It was called "Heavy Metal," and that song actually was inspired by Lil Darky. Um, I was listening to Money, Power, Fame, and I was like in the moment, also just really thinking like since it was it was a couple like maybe 2 months ago, and election season's coming up, and I'm really thinking about like bro, me personally, I really don't like politicians. Every single time I've personally met a politician, I have not had a good time. I'm a real big energy person, and it just feels really
Mhm,
snaky, right? So and then on
mhm.
top of that, politics as of right now really depends on people being uneducated. So that song was just supposed to be about like, what I'm saying, like
I
opening your
respect
fucking eyes and looking at what you're being given. But that song didn't make it on there. But yeah, like I've been doing vlogs as well. That trip to Atlanta, I'm still editing. I have another vlog that I did when I first got my camera. That shit's not coming out. I'm not trashing that shit. But yeah, I definitely do want to get into vlogging a lot more, just so people can see what my life is like trying to juggle all these things and get as big as I'm trying to get.
I respect that. Two, well, my 2 cents, I don't give a fuck about politician either. In my honest opinion, unless I'm seeing that person in my community every day, putting in that work to build, to invest in a better community, that's somebody that I would vote for. But I couldn't give two fucks about either party.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm definitely independent.
yeah. I think it's past this time of the way how we vote anyway. Like you
Mm,
said, if let's say somebody like Hitler was to like, want to run in this country, all it take for it is a popular vote. So the fact that I think our system is rigged enough for somebody like that could become president, I think that's
mm,
that's and even backing up your statement that it is dependent on, people being dumbfounded, they lowered the bar for voting.
yeah,
I
most
remember
definitely.
I remember being told like, yeah, you got to be at least 18. Um, I remember them saying like, if you don't vote, you don't get a voice.
Mm,
And then now I'm hearing that like, hey, you know, now we willing to post information about voting. We won't tell the world who you vote for, but we will tell the world how active you vote. And I'm just like, is this like dry snitching? Are you?
mm,
um. So like even like right now with like what we about to go through with the election and everything, either way, in my personal opinion, it's like either cancer or sex disease at this point.
mm.
You just gotta pick which one you're willing to
Yeah, yeah, it's
do.
definitely choosing the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, yeah, that's all the game is. Um, but bringing us back to your music and merchandise, uh, the way how you explain it, the way how you put your passion, your soul into it, I think it will be entertaining to see, behind the scenes. At least when you're just focused on your creativity,
Mm,
you know, just like the MTV days, when we get to see the artists in their bag, showing
yeah.
how much passion they put in their work and everything. Like really show us, what it takes to be in your shoes, to be the artist. One, if you save it and whatever we don't see, it could be a merchandise,
Mm.
especially to your loyal fans. I think that would be an extra nice touch with a letter. They get that,
Ooh,
with
yeah.
the extra songs and everything that didn't make it on the EP. Um, and I think that would be a nice gift package to send to like YouTube reactors.
Nah,
You know,
that would actually be dope.
Mhm. So just get to see that extra music behind the scenes. I think that would be an action touch, to the heart. Oh, this motherfucker love me.
Yeah.
uh, and I think that'd be dope, especially also you're an artist as well. So adding some of your art on that as well, I
Mm,
think that would be dope. I think your clothing line is cool for what it is, especially if I see the artistic that I see in your arm through your music and everything. If you add that, that could add that unique touch to your brand that
mm,
only you could provide. Um, but I like the vision that you're going for. I think you add a nice personality to your art where people can connect with and feel touched, especially becoming like a big brother for the next generation of artistic. adventurers, um, connecting with them and, guiding them.
Mm,
Wherever relationship you're able to form and build with other people, that also, strengthen your bridge and open up, the world from different, interactions. Uh, and I even encourage you, to try, your music abroad too,
yeah, most definitely.
especially if you want to be independent. That's something that definitely gonna come in, especially if you want your art to look at for what it is.
Mm,
That's one of the benefits of promote your music abroad. Since they're not with our culture, they don't
yeah,
understand our culture. They're gonna see it from a different point of view.
yeah.
Uh,
They're gonna see it as
and,
American, and
yeah,
rap music is American. So this nigga, what he doing? Yeah,
yeah. He's black. He's talented. But basically what I'm
yeah,
trying to say is they're not going to go out of their way to do some research to try to prove that you're not, you know, who you're trying to present yourself to be. Oh, he shouldn't be that confident. He just started. They're not going to be like that. They're
mm,
just going to look at his art like, oh, this motherfucker, he's good to me. He got to
yeah,
be signed.
yeah.
I would believe it if he's signed or not. So building up that audience, especially to see where it would take you, especially the type of music you make right now that fit in a lot of underground scenes
Mm,
overseas, such as like UK. I know Russia got more like a aggressive alternative music underground.
yeah. I think
Uh,
my like necro trappy music would fit in over there. Like Dirt would they would probably go off for Dirt, Crash Out. Uh, what else is like super
mm,
hard? Maybe like what else I got in there that's like real hard? Irritation too.
mm, okay, even trying out like UK, Japan for sure. I could definitely see
I was
that.
actually thinking about promoting to South Korea as well.
South Korea, I could see that.
Yeah, I wanted
Okay,
to
I
do
could see
an Asian tour at some point.
that. Okay, okay. Yeah, I could definitely see that your artistic vision would definitely fit well overseas, especially within uh, within the Asian culture as well.
Mm.
Um, I already know Japan is going through their hip hop phase,
Yeah,
R&B phase. So, the fact that they're already looking for examples and everything, you know, as the artist, I would recommend presenting yourself as another uh option for them to look at. Like, whoa,
yeah,
because you already know they already taking points from our coach, especially with like hip hop fashion right now and everything.
most
So they're
definitely.
already inspired in our culture. So you can paint yourself as like another option. Um, okay. Uh, and when it comes to talent, what talent are you looking to network with, connect with? Uh, Anybody come across this podcast from film directors, artists, you name it.
Ooh, I have no idea, honestly. I'm like so disconnected from like. Let me see. I really want to work. I really want to make a song with Scarlord. I really want to make a song with Trippy Red. I want to make a song with Lil Darky, Bad Lad, and probably I also want to make a song with Futuristic. Um,
Hmm, okay.
let's see. Some film directors. I want to work with Genius. I want to make a Genius video, and I also want to do something with on the radar. So yeah,
No comment. I respect it. Uh, is it safe to say that your color would be red on the radar?
most definitely.
No problem. Um, Interesting. So you interested in film?
Most definitely, yeah. So one of my pivots is actually to get into some commercials and some movies and some TV shows. Similar to like how Ice Cube did it, Snoop Dogg did it,
What's
Eminem
the
did it, 50 Cent, all of them. Like when I say I want to do everything, like I don't plan on doing music forever. I'm not doing that. I want to be able to do my music, get my buzz from that, and then be able to take the buzz from that and take those fans and segue that into another thing because I can't be this, you know, young, energetic, rambunctious dude forever. I'm gonna get fucked up at some point. I'm gonna be old at some point. But people get I can always be Geo. You feel me? I can always be me. So if I can figure out how to make people enjoy me on a TV screen, then I can do that. And yeah, and I mainly say that because like with my music career, I mainly want to be a touring artist. I want to go on tour and like physically meet people and hang out with people and build those connections. Which is why I'm like so heavy on just building personal connections with my fans through merchandise and stuff like that. And I'm definitely gonna take that idea that you gave me about like putting a secret song in the email list. 'Cause if you get added to my email list, it automatically sends you an email. So to have a secret song in there, that would be pretty cool.
Hmm. No, I agree. Okay. Uh, oh, I know what I was gonna say. So I actually have some interesting collaborations that could be useful or people that you find someone that you like to network with.
Mm,
Shout out to our first one, One Nation, all black comic book with all black characters. Uh,
yeah, shit.
uh, black author. Yeah, I actually posted them a couple times on my page. You might have seen it. Uh, but yeah, if you like to connect with somebody that happened to be an author within that field,
Mm.
uh, we can get you connected.
Nah, most definitely. I'll be down to, bro. I'm definitely down to collaborate with like any other black creators because we kind
Yeah.
of all be got in these spaces. So yeah, most definitely. Please connect me with him.
Okay, I respect that. That's what we do. Also, if you are looking for artists, you're welcome to use our page. We drop about 3 to 4 artists a week, and right now you got about 180 80 talents to connect with, from
Hmm.
rock to hip hop, film directors, etc.
Okay.
Uh, so yeah, you're welcome to use our page like that. Our second collaboration, shout out to Mason Needletter, a 2D animator. You do anything around damn near all around animation around 2D, flyers, logos, animated music videos, etc.
Mm.
If you would like to be connected with somebody like that, we
Yeah,
can
most
set you up
definitely.
for it. Okay. Uh, Now, just so interesting that we talk about acting. Our third collaboration, shout out to Jet Production. They make short action films.
Mm.
Not only looking to collaborate with artists around their music, but they also open to collaborate with like writers, people that got their own ideas that want to explore that.
Yeah.
Uh, which uh, they about to drop their short film, Legend of Fear. It's gonna come out soon. Um, but that whole project, he actually going to break it down and talk about how he explored um developing or directing a film, just being free spirit, even with the
Mm.
actors, getting their opinions, letting them express their creativity and everything.
Yeah.
So, if you like to be connected with someone within that field, we can get you
Yeah, I'm definitely down, bro. I'm definitely down. I love being in creative spaces in general. Yeah.
connected. Okay. And our last one, shout out to Moss. Uh, he's a producer as well, talented young soul. Uh, that might be somebody that you might find interesting to work with.
Mm.
Uh, which me and him is doing a collaboration where artists that subscribe to our platform, we're gonna be dedicating another page specifically for y'all on some like
Mm.
TV, Tiny Desk, mixture of both best worlds.
Okay.
Where y'all get to showcase your music, uh, having opportunity to connect with other producers or other artists that showcase their work
Mm.
too.
That don't sound terrible. That don't sound bad.
Much love. We just expanded. So we be adding more benefits along the run. Um, but yeah, that's the talents that we have. If you're interested in all four, I can send you their links, their work for you to check them out.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. All right, bet. Let me see. So you looking for sponsors? You looking to connect with like, was it already established films, or are you interested in indie films?
Yeah, I'm down to work with anything. Like at the end of the day, I really am a lover of the craft. Like
Okay.
me personally, I feel like indie films are easier to enjoy because folks aren't really like there isn't hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line, so
Mm.
the workspace is a lot more lax. Whereas though if I'm working on a movie with saying an established production who may have 5-10 million dollars put up for this movie, it's a lot more stressful because there are deadlines that need to be made. There are very specific ways that things need to get done. And as a documentary creator myself, I understand how serious stuff like that can get and how stressful it can be. So I also enjoy those spaces as well because like the production quality is a lot higher and you get paid a lot more. So literally anything.
No, I agree. And bringing this back to your music. So the songs I listened to was 17 songs on your playlist. I'm not
Mhm.
sure how many songs you have in total. Will you happen to know?
Looking on my SoundCloud specifically, I'd say now probably close to like 85 to 90.
Okay.
And then if you include all of my open verse challenges, that'll probably be like get you to like 100.
Okay. All right. So out of the 17 I listened to, six stand out to me being a first time listener.
Mm,
And then there's seven songs that's seven out of 17 that's growing on me, not
okay.
including the songs that stand out to me. The six songs that stand out to me being a first time listener, Mystic Force.
Okay.
And I'm just curious, was this also inspired by the Power Ranger Mystic Force or
Nah,
oh
so Mystic Forest the name for that was inspired. So for those that haven't seen the music video or listened to the song, essentially it's about doing mushrooms, magic mushrooms, and just like, oh, I took too much at one time. Screw it. Oh well, we're just gonna enjoy it then. But I feel like magic mushrooms are such a magical thing. So I'm just like this force that just overtakes you and like for some reason just makes you so much of a better person afterwards. Gotta be mystical. So I just say mystic force. Like I don't know.
no. When I saw the name, I thought of the Power Rangers.
Yeah, the Power Ranger. That
Uh,
was a dope ass arc. But
yeah. Uh, okay. Second song that stand out to me, Body.
body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's a good genre.
Pain.
Pain. One of my favorite songs as well.
Is it pronounced Maya?
Yeah, Maya. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Dirt.
Dirt, I love that fucking song. That shit took 2 years to drop. Could not find a feature for it. Finished it myself.
And the last one, Haunted House Party.
Ooh, ooh, that's a good one. Can you turn the other one off? Thank you. Bro, Haunted House Party, when I say demons feeding off of me, like I meant that shit. And that song, I made what it takes maybe like a week after I made Haunted House Party. Um, like hit stop. Sorry. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so essentially, Haunted House Party is a song about like how. Before I say this, how graphic can I get on here? Because like this is
That
quite
was
like
Free Spirit.
cool. I was in New York with Pimple What B, Pimple What B, shout out her. We were coming back from performing in New York, and mind you, it's like 11 at night. I'm sleeping the passenger side, like I'm half asleep, like no dozing off and stuff. And I notice that she comes to a stop. I wake up, I look up, and I see a ball of fire in the middle of the fucking highway. And like I later on came to find out the engine had fallen out of the car, like
So
been
what
thrown out. The entire engine had came out the car and was just sitting in the middle of the highway on fire.
the fuck?
Luckily for them. So essentially the car had hit like the side of the guardrail on the passenger side, spun around, and just was stopped in the middle of the highway. And there was this guy when we like I got out, she got out, me like we both got out. walked down, and there was this guy who was like yelling at us, like, please help. And I can tell he wasn't like very fluent in English. So I was just like, all right, like I'm first aid CPR certified. So I'm like, all right, let me go get like whatever kit I have in the car. Cause I used to always keep like sorry. I used to keep
No.
a CPR mask in my book bag and whatever I had in like my first aid kit or whatever. So, what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's a little bruise. She's calling me like, yo, Jeff, like, get over here, get over here. And this guy's wife, so it was him, his daughter, and his wife, who we ended up finding out that was pregnant. Um, his wife, I guess when he hit the guardrail, she hit her head on the side of the door, and when I say I walked over to go see what the problem was, and I like she was just like sitting in the passenger seat limp, and like both of her eyes were open, but she wasn't conscious. She was sitting very still, and like the right side of her face was like slightly smashed in. Her eyeball was like kind of bulging out of her eye, and she was just like bleeding from her head. And that like when I first got to the car, I looked in the passenger seat. I seen someone just like sitting right here, and I saw a little bit of blood on her hands. I'm like, all right, I'm thinking maybe she got hit on the head. She's like maybe concussed a little bit. No, it was really bad. And as I'm going like back and forth, like try to like get stuff to help, more people start piling up behind us and stuff. And what was really traumatic for me was not only the fact that we were there for maybe like 3 to 5 hours before an ambulance could come, but the last part of it was like we were there so long, like the top part of the car on the inside started falling, so someone else got in the car and was holding, well, I got in the car, I was holding it up, and then someone else got in the car to hold it up for me so I could check on the woman. And I was the last one to check her pulse before we pronounced her dead. So I had to tell her husband and her child that, like she passed away. And when I say not only the fact that I saw that was traumatic, it wasn't so much that, but it was more just I suffered for a very long time feeling like I like why couldn't I save her? Like what did I do? Like I didn't do enough. I felt very inadequate at the time because I'm thinking, I went through all this training. I practice, saving lives every day. That's why I practice martial arts and all that stuff. Like, just in case someone needs my help, I'm there to help. And the one time I had the opportunity and the responsibility to help, I, couldn't change the outcome. And I now know that it wasn't my fault. Like there was literally nothing I could have done. But at the time, it was like really weighing heavy on me. I had really bad PTSD from it. Like literally every single time I would blink or close my eyes or try to go to sleep, I would see her face with like just all the blood and her brains out her head and her eye out her head, and it would not allow me to sleep. So haunted house party was essentially just like so the whole tape, my brain is broken, but I'm okay, was just about that traumatic experience dealing with PTSD. Like, I'm going through all this shit, but I'm okay. Not really, right? But Haunted House Party specifically was about being haunted by a ghost, and that ghost was that woman, and the lingering feeling of like just not being able to help. So yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a heavy one.
Yeah, it definitely is heavy, especially I can't imagine, having to close your eyes to go to sleep. Um, shit. How was you able to to get past that?
Just living. Same way you get over any trauma. Let's say you fall and you scrape your knee. Oh, damn, this shit hurts. And after a while, it kind of just starts to heal itself. And then at the time, I was also, thank God for my little envy in the back. They haven't introduced themselves, but that's my partner, Anissa. Anissa has played a very, very, very instrumental role in my healing journey. They were there for me when I couldn't sleep, when I couldn't focus, when I couldn't go 3 steps without like breaking down and shit. Like having that support system there to just remind you that you're okay, you're gonna get over this was very pivotal in that. Also because like I'm a kickboxer, I'm a fighter, I'm a martial artist. Like I understand things pass, and having that mindset that things will pass also helped me a lot. But like just understanding that, telling myself it wasn't my fault, I did all I could, and just forgiving myself. It was honestly just like getting to a point where I could forgive myself and even forgive myself for persecuting myself for not being able to do anything, or, blaming myself for something that I couldn't help. So it's just like it took a lot of forgiveness and a lot of support.
Okay. Well, shout out to your party.
Shout out you, bro.
Um, are you interested to hear the songs that I find uh
Oh yeah, most definitely.
that's growing on me?
Yeah.
Uh, we can start off with the first one. Hey.
Hey, yo.
Mm,
Ooh, speaking of Pimple What Be, right? That was like the girl that was with me with the haunted house party lore. That
mm,
was the first song that got me some motion when I came to Baltimore. I Funniest story. I actually met, and I feel so bad because she's about to get married. But hey, we gang now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all locked in. I'm happy for you. Me and Pimple What Be actually met on Tinder. And it wasn't even on no like, oh, I want to take you out on a date type shit. It was like, here's this like super alternative looking, weird looking person with a guitar talking about making music. And I was like, yo, that's cool as shit. I also make music. So, what I'm saying? Straight like we ended up matching and we ended up just making that song together. And that song blew the fuck up. So I went from being this nobody on Morgan State's campus from Philly who wasn't cool in Philly and didn't know anybody in Baltimore to some kid going all around the East Coast performing this fucking song. Um, and like, yeah, that song really gave me my jump start and gave me the confidence to keep going while I was in a new city. So yeah, shout out to Hey. I don't even listen to that shit that often no more, but yeah, it's a dope track.
congratulations.
Thank
Okay.
you, man.
Second song, Spaceman. I like the first
Spaceman,
bit.
Spaceman, that was with Shawnee Mac, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that was a good one too. I also made that beat. I really think the production carried that. Because that was back when I was like, so when I was in Philly, I was a little fucking rascal. I was a rascal. I was outside drinking, smoking, playing with guns, fucking bitches, shit like that, shit like that. I was outside. I didn't give a fuck about school. I didn't give a fuck about nothing. Smoking weed all fucking day. It was fighting. I would literally wake up like during that time. I would wake up at 5 a.m. so me and my friends could go box before we go to class. And then we would go to Wawa and then get to class late. Fuck it, like so Spaceman was during that era, and that's when I was really into like my drill scene, rapping about gang banging guns, shit like that. That's when I first started making music, and I was kind of just like rapping about what everyone else was rapping about. Now, granted, on the side, like this is when I was kind of like a closeted weirdo, cause like I was still making like the type of music that I'm making now. I was writing it, but I just wasn't like releasing it, cause all the people around me were like dudes from my football team and dudes that I went to high school with, grew up with, and they was all like street niggas. So like, you be weird around them. Like niggas was already not fucking with it when they found out I was painting my nails and shit. So like at the time I was just like, fuck it, release this shit so I can stay popular or whatever. So I don't get bullied no more. You feel me?
Hmm.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun making that. Shout out Shawnee Mac, bro.
And you said the Hey song when you find confidence in yourself.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Interesting. The next song that's growing on me, Black.
Ooh, 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 black. Mm. Oh my god. Okay, so black. That was when I was probably at like one of my epitomes of like depression and just being suicidal. So this takes a little bit of the lore from Black Sheep. Like Black Sheep is built off of songs or off of EPs like My Brain is Broken, but I'm okay, or Black, and songs like um Maya and shit, right? Black is essentially when I first realized some shit was wrong and I needed to say something. And like, this was me literally just like, that whole tape was literally just me like calling out to God for like the last time and just like, bro, can I get some help? Like, I'm going through all this shit and I can't talk to my grandparents about it because they're literally telling me nothing's wrong with me. I can't talk to my parents about it because my dad's dealing with this bitch. My mom's in that fucking Alabama or wherever she was at the time, and I feel separated from like I just felt so isolated because I moved away from my siblings when I was about 12. My mom was gonna move down to Alabama. But I didn't want to go, so I stayed with my grandparents, my dad, and at the time my dad was with my grandparents, but he left. So I was kind of just like at my grandparents' house by myself. So I kind of became like an only child. So I didn't really, speak with my siblings on my mom or my dad's side, and them being two generations separated from me, like they really did not understand what I needed. Um, no, I'm saying like while I was being parented, and that's not saying that they did a bad job parenting. They just parented me like a millennial instead of a Gen Zer. So
Mm.
I felt really, really alone in that house, and I was literally just in my room, either playing video games, high, making TikToks, high, or just like crying. And at the time, I was just like, bro, I need to get this off my chest because if I don't, it's gonna kill me. So Black is like my first time ever just like, crying out, like, can I get some fucking help?
Mm. And that's some real shit. And I'm glad that you're able to find,
Most
a
definitely.
way to express yourself. Um, okay. Martian Man.
Ooh, this nigga fuck with Martian Man. Martian Man cool as shit. Martian Man is the sequel, or like an expansion of the Destroyer of Worlds universe. So, this tattoo right here, this little UFO, this was made after I made Martian Man because I realized I'm really a fucking alien. Like when Tyler the Creator was saying you're ruining it for the niggas that's really doing this shit that's really alien for niggas was talking about me. So I'm like, all right, I'm like out of this world. I'm not even on this planet. I'm destroyer of worlds. I'm an alien warlord. And Martian Man was literally just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my supervillain arc, like Piccolo. I was thinking about Piccolo. I was like, that nigga Piccolo was literally a demon. Niggas call that nigga like Demon King Piccolo. You feel me? Like that's me. That's why I say like Nemesis Piccolo, my nigga. He be going hard. Special beam cannon hit you in the heart. Like that's me. You feel me? So Martian Man was really just like me opening up that fake universe that I created. Just like I'm outside. I'm a supervillain alien, just going from planet to planet. Goku and Vegeta not here to save no fucking body. You feel me? I'm clapping
Mm.
shit.
I respect that. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, let me see. The next one I have watermelon.
I love watermelon so much. I made that shit right after I broke up with my ex. Fuck that bitch. Um, fuck her. I made that shit right after. I was like, you know what? I'm really feeling myself. Like, I really left a bitch that was disrespecting me. Like, when I say before I left her, I was allowing, like, I was such a pushover. Like, I was allowing girls to walk over me time and time again. Like, she was probably like the third girl to cheat on me. And she was a real, like, disrespectful to me throughout the course of the relationship. And it's fuck that bitch, but at the same time, it's not because I believe in duality. So it's like I
Mm.
understand. Like she was going through shit, and she just didn't know how to like release that shit in a good way. So it's like it's fuck you because why the fuck you did that to me of all people? But at the same time, I hope you're good because I understand you were only like that because you were hurting and dealing with your own shit. You feel me? But yeah, I mean that shit. I was like, you know what? You know what? I'm that nigga now. Yeah. I ain't gonna take shit from nobody. Fuck that shit. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna do some different shit today. Made a house beat. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what? All the bitches that wanted to fuck me, now they talking to me and shit. We gonna make a sexy ass song and just have fun. And yeah. I don't even know where the music video I made for that went, but I dropped that music video. I just like different cuts in my room with me shades on, just like bopping out to it like I'm in the fucking club or whatever, have my LEDs on and shit. Like that was a fun ass one. I want to see if I can find that music video. I'm gonna repost it to my Instagram like ASAP. Because
Hey,
the one
that
about
might.
Goku.
I also recommend that might be, another care pack.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like I
Most
said,
definitely.
I'm an idealist and I'm a businessman, especially when I hear the passion and the vision. Yeah,
Mm.
I can see it for what it's worth. Um, Interesting. Yeah, like I said, just hearing you talk about your passion or the stories that you have for each song, the fact that you have a story for each song that really showcase, my attention and passion that you put into it.
Mm.
Uh, and how dear it is to, certain events of your life. So even like getting a behind the scenes, explain or like showcasing something that your point of views, like why you working on the song, what inspired it and all that. I see
I
that as very entertaining. But
I
go ahead.
appreciate you for even like giving me the fucking time of day. Like when I go to these music review places and I show people my music, all I ever hear from industry professionals is, "Oh, how are you gonna grab them in the first 15 minute seconds? Oh, as a first time listener, I'm not listening to hear your story because I don't give a fuck. Oh, blah blah blah." And I'm like, nigga, I don't make music for the masses. Fuck the masses, my nigga. The masses are sheep. They're fucking dumb. They can't even comprehend the shit I'm fucking saying. That's why they don't fucking like it because it makes them think too goddamn much. I don't want to appeal to them. And the reason, like, I like everything has a story. I'm here for the storytellers. I'm here for the niggas that give a fuck. There are people that have heard my music for the first time and decided I'm gonna invest myself like a little bit of my time into hearing this guy out. And that's why I go so hard for the fans I had. No, like regardless of the fact that I have 25 monthly listeners. Nigga, if I go to a fucking venue right now and I have 25 people there for me specifically, I'm gonna go the fuck off. And I think people really don't understand what these numbers truly are. You feel me? Like social media has blown everything out of proportion. Niggas think if you don't got 100,000 followers, you ain't shit. Nigga, nigga, fit 600 niggas in a room. Fit 80 people in a room. Fit 60 six, nigga, fit 10 people in a room. They're listening to your fucking music. Three people. Like that's what make you feel so fucking powerful. So niggas need to like switch their perspective. So I think about it because I also love, like I said, I love sales, right? I
Mhm.
am not into selling low ticket items. I've had a low ticket sales job and I've had a high ticket sales job. High ticket sales is where it's at. Why? Because you can do a bunch of work for like maybe a week, sell one thing and be set for 3 months. Or you can work your ass off selling a bunch of little low value bullshit items and not make enough to pay your fucking rent every month. And that's what most people are doing. They're selling people fucking made in China bullshit, and I'm
Mhm.
over here selling niggas porcelain toilets, gold toilets. You feel me? Like I'm selling real valuable shit. So of course it's not gonna appease to everybody. It's very niche, but it's my music is acquired taste. That's it. It's like coffee. It's like drinking coffee black. It's not for everybody, but it's okay that it's not for everybody. The niggas that get it. The niggas that don't. Now, as for drinking black coffee, I don't do that shit. But the analogy stands. You feel me? But I get it. Like
Mhm.
that's they shit. Them niggas like my grandma do that shit. I don't understand it, but you know that's her shit. And she goes hard for black coffee. So since it's so niche, I want niggas to go hard for my music and my artistry the same way old women go hard for black coffee with one sugar in
I respect that.
it.
And and that's what we support.
Mm,
Especially what I decided to do. I didn't want to come off like, I know it all. I'm just
mm,
really getting to know y'all for the first time. So I didn't want to come from a perspective of judging our music if I didn't get to understand the picture of it or experience it, enough to judge it. So I just treat it as like, a roller coaster. I'm getting to know you, beginning to know bits, pieces of you, getting to know your art, for what you want to express.
yeah.
Uh, and you're right. We live in a society. This is why I hate corporal. I feel like once they find a strategy that's success, they're like, you know what? Fuck all other plans, nigga. We just gonna spend the shit out of that one because they bring money. That motherfucker did it. We can do it too. And we
Like
going,
niggas sparking ultimate, like niggas spamming ultimates on sparking zero right now.
yeah, yeah. First of all, it's even with like Dragon Ball itself. They sell you the same fucking characters. The fact that they got the nerve to be like, hey, this is the most characters that we had in the game, man. I see 20 Goku.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
could have been you could have just made his own category. Or like, make that a selection when you pick Goku. You see all his, transformation.
Yeah.
But hey,
And
um,
also, it should be one Goku that has all the transformations from Super Saiyan 1 all the way up to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. And then GT Goku has his own shit. But it's like, why is it separated from like Goku Z early to Goku Z middle, Goku Z and then Goku Super? It's all the same nigga. Maybe they should
mhm.
have like for his base form, maybe like different move sets or whatever, but like it's the same nigga.
And to be honest, like that's not going to help me look forward to the DLC because like it's already bad enough other characters don't get screen time, but it's going to be really bad that I also got to worry about not only Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, So
Yeah.
I think it's a slim chance to get some like new characters. I mean, you bound to get some new characters, but it won't be a lot,
Mm.
probably.
Yeah, probably.
Uh, but no, I feel you on that, and also like bringing it back to we was talking about earlier. Um, you know, I don't like to hear people encouraging people to change their art for the masses because it's just like, why the fuck I gotta paint myself in their vision, for them to understand me? I'm the
Yes.
fucking artist.
Nigga, just be the black sheep. I be telling niggas that. Just eat the bullshit. Niggas throwing punches and most of the time they missing or they end up hurting themselves. Like, stop taking that shit personal. Be yourself, nigga. If somebody don't like your shit, they're probably fucking corny. Like, it's like being in fucking middle school and everyone's wearing the fucking same shit. Niggas got or nigga being from Philly, everybody got Nike Techs with fucking Air Maxes on, or niggas got Dickie suits on with fucking Tims on, and I'm over here. Bro, this is the fit right now. This is the fit. Trip NYC pants
Mm,
with a fucking berserk shirt. With a fucking side part. Like you see me in Philly, niggas is side eyeing me like shit,
mm,
calling me weird and shit. I don't give a fuck. If that's what you like, wear that shit. If you want to go outside in a fucking um Soul Reaper gown, bro, do that shit. I be telling niggas be authentically yourself, bro. You gonna be the most lonely, but you gonna be the happiest motherfucker around, bro. If you're surrounded by motherfuckers that don't not only don't like to be themselves, but don't want you to be yourself, you're gonna be unhappy. And I'm trying to tell niggas that, bro. Online.
especially we are already in a new decade. So to give even more credit to your statement, for example, look out the radio. It play the same music. Now, when you most likely, I dare y'all to start asking people, where do y'all go to get new music? And
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if anybody say the radio because I haven't heard anybody yet saying they get new music from the radio station. They say they listen, they go to Spotify, SoundCloud, but once upon a time, the radio station used to be the place to get new music.
Most definitely.
So we already seeing evidence of that trend dying. I mean, there's still people that still want to believe in that mindset because, Hollywood quota, uh, that whole fame and being selected, being part of their crew. They gain that corporate mindset when it comes to, you know, promoting the music, especially the people that are selecting what music is going to be popping off or whatever. Especially you can pay for bots. The system is rigged. Uh, so it's not really a fair play for anybody that want to be artistic. Um, and I feel like they want to hurt other people's craft because then they don't have to try
Mm-hmm.
themselves. Um, so yeah, I support y'all showcasing your vision, being different. Um, I think that's the best of both worlds. And I think people have forgotten how important, a nation need entertainment. You literally can't run a country if you don't got no good entertainment.
Most
That's
definitely.
why. That's why people are still willing to come. Well, they used to come over here for our movies and shit, but that's no more. Uh,
Yeah.
the last thing that we got is music, or maybe
Mm.
food. Um,
Maybe because
yeah,
American food kind of ass.
yeah. So yeah, that is a good point. So the only thing that we got right now is music.
Yeah.
Movies is starting to pop off in other countries. Uh, you know, we're not even the top for food. So yeah, music is all we got. So we need to support, um, our local entertainers. Um, let's see. I left off at Watermelon. Maya. Did we say
Maya,
Maya? Maya, Maya.
Maya, yeah. That one was about you. So you know how I was just like, "Hey, fuck that bitch," but like not really fuck that bitch. I knew he was going through your shit. That's what
Mm.
Maya was. That was basically just saying like, "Yo, bro, I ain't going." So hold on, Lord, right? When I broke up with the bitch, I was like, "Listen, I understand you going through shit, but you disrespectful as fuck. So I can't be your nigga no more. But we can still be cool because I'm not on that like like fuck you, like even though you did all this nut shit, I'm like I'm willing to forgive you and we could just be cordial and be cool because I don't like to what I'm saying, like break up with people, be on bad terms, right? I'm cool with like two of my exes right now, we fucking best buddies, cool as shit. That bitch, I cannot. I'll tell you why. After the fact, now, granted, I'm a little petty for this. I wasn't doing it on purpose, but like I've been a content creator, right? So I'm over here making now I'm saying videos, and it was one video that was like uh oh, you tell a woman to like take accountability because it was like a joke at the time. And then it was like a sound of like a woman screaming at me that I'm like all these names and shit. And I was making a lot of videos like that. And she was taking it to heart, like, "Oh, you talking about me? You talking about me?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm not throwing subs. Like, this is just how I feel about how women treat men because there's a lot of ancient ass bitches that treat men like shit, right?" So I'm like, "Hey, fuck that." I think it's funny when like women who treat niggas like shit, you know what I'm saying, start raging. And she was not trying to hear it. She did not believe me. So we was already on bad terms for that. And then one day, my friend was like, he text, well, not my friend, but like some guy that I knew in high school that I played football with. He texted me and he was like, "Yo, bro, like I'm on this dating app and you know what I'm saying, Amaya on there, like she on there." And I was like, "Bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Please, like, thank you for coming to me. You thorough for that, but like, don't bring nothing like that she's doing up to me. We're not together no more. Please don't do that. You know what I'm saying, we're not together. So like whatever she's doing, that's on her. Like that don't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So after thinking, I was like, damn, I really don't want nobody else coming to me telling me what she doing because that shit genuinely fucked my day up. So I went to my story and I posted a story to basically saying like, "Hey, everyone, peace and wellness. For anyone that sees Amaya doing anything and feels the need to bring it to me, please don't. We're not together anymore. So like, can y'all just like anything that she's doing, and that's on like that's her shit. I'm doing my thing. Like, just keep us separated. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not together no more." And she texted me and cursed me the fuck out, told me to keep her name out her mouth, telling me that we're no longer cool, telling me that I'm the one that burnt the bridge when she's literally the one that's saying that I'm blocking you and everything. So she then blocked me on everything, blocked my number, blocked all my socials, and then all of her friends blocked me on everything. And the bitch even had her bitch ass friends block me in real life. It's this one girl, Diamond, she was living with, who I doubt she's fucking cool with because the bitch make enemies out of everybody. I'm on the bus riding back from work, and the bitch Diamond get on the fucking bus and literally like act like she don't see me. Like I know for a fact she's seen me. I'm looking at her, waiting for her to acknowledge me so I can say hi because I didn't have no beef with you. I had beef with the bitch you had living your. Ooh, I had beef with this other shawty that I'm not gonna get too much details on, right? But I'm like, cause I don't got no beef with you. I'm like, I'm trying to say hi and shit, cause so at the end we know each other. No, she sitting on the bus talking about something. I'm like, oh, it's like that. All right, bet. So after that, it was like, all right, fuck that bitch for the whole year. Whole year. I'm like, all right, fuck her. I'm gonna get over her. Boom, boom, boom. I start doing tattoos. I start making money. I start fucking bitches. I'm like, all right, I'm not nigga. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fuck that bitch. I'm over the bitch, right? Come Christmas time, right? Cause my birthday on January 1st. So come Christmas time, it's like probably September. I mean December 27th or something. Shawty gonna text my phone. Talking. I didn't block her number. She blocked mine. I just deleted the bitch contact out my shit. Right. So she gonna text me or something. Merry Christmas and shit. You feel me? Like, I hope your year's been well. I hope you've been healing. Um, blah blah blah. I hope you're doing really well. happy birthday and merry late Christmas. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, thanks. You know, maybe you've calmed the fuck down. So I go to text the bitch back, like, oh shit. You know what? Thank you for calming the fuck down, and I appreciate you for reaching out. I go to tell her Merry Christmas and thank you for telling me Happy Birthday, and the bitch blocked my number. And I'm like, what the fuck are you
Fuck.
on? Like, hold on, this bitch don't got me blocked, right? No, I tried to text the number again. No, the shit was blocked. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Mind you, mind you. After that, after I was cooked, I could not get the bitch out my head. Literally, like, Anissa, how long it take after that for me to get her out my head? Like 2 years after that, right? Bro, I was cool. The bitch came up, fucked my shit up. A year after that, a year and a half after that, I was like, I could not stop thinking about her, bro. It was just like I was thinking about all the arguments that we had, all this shit, and I was just real angry with her. I'm like, why the fuck would you burn the like cause a big ass scene in my life? And I'm saying, cut me off, get all your friends to cut me off and start acting weird and shit, and then come back a year later talking about some, oh hi, blah blah, and then block my fucking number, right? So it was really like fuck that bitch. Like it went from all right, I'm gonna get over her to fuck that bitch. So I started like every time I get a feature, I'm talking shit about the bitch. I'm making music. I'm dropping subs. Like now I'm doing that shit because like you gave me a fucking reason to. You feel me? And I wasn't even like that. I don't like posting subs. I like to walk up like yo, you got a problem? You feel me? Like let's talk it out. Cause I'm a real like I'm a de-escalator. You feel me? Like I know how shit get. I seen niggas die. So it's like I don't want shit to get there. Like I want shit to be calm down and cool. I love kumbaya ass energy, right? The bitch
Mhm.
don't like that. So I'm like, yo, I gotta take it there. Like I gotta fight fire with fire. I'm just gonna make her mad because fuck her, right? So boom, like half of the year drop. No, couple years drop. I'm in my room. It's summertime. It's just like right after I drop body. I find a sample on fucking TikTok. Nigga said make a beat to this shit. I'm like, all right, bet. I make the beat, boom, and I'm just like in my room, like, damn, you know, cause I'm done. Well, and I made the melody first. I like that song I freestyle. I just made the melody first, and I just start putting words to it, whatever came to mind, and I just happened to be singing about the bitch, right? Because I really could not get her out my head. Like it wasn't because I wanted her back. I was just like, you know what, this bitch on my mind. Fucking, I'm just gonna make a fucking heartbreak love song or whatever. And mind you, the I'm an entertainer, right?
Mhm.
I tell stories. Every song is not meant to be taken serious. So when I was talking about I need your kindness, I miss you, I was fucking lying. I was not talking about that bitch. I did not want to talk to her. I did not want to hear from her. None of that shit, right? I'm telling the story for like, oh, I'm gonna make a breakup song, you know what I'm saying? I just broke up, I miss her, but I can't miss her, cause blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit about me like leave you in a rubble and shit like that, like you know what I'm saying? I understand struggle. That was cool. Like that was real. I was like, you know what, like I really misunderstood your circumstances, but I did not miss her, right? So, mind you, all this time, I'm blocked, and I'm blocked. And not only am I blocked, both of the accounts that she blocked me on no longer existed. Whole new Instagram, whole new Twitter, whole new TikTok, whole new YouTube, right? Whole new email address.
Damn.
Somehow the bitch found the song and then had the nerve to text my man's P&P Mar talking about some, yo, you need to get your friend and shit. Talking about not like why he make this song because I made a promo video and I'm over here like fake crying and shit. Like I went through a fucking breakup because it's promo. What the fuck? I gotta sell it, right? And that's one thing. She always hated that I was a fucking performer. Like I'll get into that later. But yeah, I'm over here like making my content and shit. The bitch gonna text me talking about some. Oh, Jeff need to hurry up and get over it. It's been a couple years. Like you feel me? Like it's getting weird and obsessive and shit. And I'm just like, bitch. First of all, I didn't do shit to you in that relationship. Was I the perfect person? No. But did I cheat on you? No. Did I disrespect you? No. Did I ever call you out your name? No. Did I ever put you in a situation where you could have went to jail? No. Did I do anything to you to damage your mental health? No. You even admitted to me that everything that was wrong with the relationship was because of your actions. So you, as an aggressor, is not allowed to tell me the time frame of healing from that abusive ass relationship. So I had a problem with that shit. And then obsessive, bitch. I had made zero fucking attempts to contact you within the last 3 years. Meanwhile, you have your friends texting me. You have your friends contacting me on my shit. You're texting my friends trying to talk to me and shit, nigga. Talking about something. I got a new man. I got my own place. I got my new nigga and shit. So why the fuck are you worried about what I'm doing, right? So that shit blew me. So yeah, that was Maya. That's the lore behind that shit. And I know it was a fucking lot, but oh my god, to this day, I hope that bitch breaks and be squeaky as fuck every time she stop at a fucking red light. I hope her alternator belt loose so it squeak when she fucking accelerate every day. Like, ooh,
Okay,
ooh.
Chad. Okay, Chad. Uh, no, I just find it funny, especially when I heard like, you text her back saying, like, hey, glad you calmed down. I think that's what triggered, you getting blocked. Just say, her calm down.
Mm.
Yeah. Uh,
No, I didn't say that, but it was like that's what I was
no,
thinking. I'm like, you feel me?
wait, what you said in the text? I thought you said, hey, I'm glad that you said thank you for my
Oh no
happy
no no
birthday.
no! Mind you, she didn't even get the message. I was already blocked. She sent the bitch, and not like 4 minutes. I read it. 4 minutes later, I went to go reply. Blocked.
Oh,
I forgot to say this
oh,
when
damn.
I told PMP Mar, nigga, what is she on? He gonna tell me talking about some. Oh, she been posting on her story about leaving stuff in the past and moving on from failures and shit from the past. And I'm like, bitch, why are you acting like you're this high and mighty person?